Have you ever held something in your hand and thought, I could make this? Or maybe you have an idea in your head, a character, a tool, a cool shape, and you wish you could make it real. Welcome to GART 3D. If you love design, tech, and creative projects, you're in the right place. In this video, we'll turn a simple 2D idea into a real 3D print you can hold in your hands. In this video, I will explain how to transform a simple thought into a real 3D print that you can hold in your hands. Is one of the most rewarding things you can do. It all starts with a single simple step, a sketch. You do not need to be a great artist. You just need an idea. This is where the magic begins, not with a fancy computer, but with a pencil and a piece of paper. Your drawing is more than just lines on a page. It is a map. It is a blueprint for something that does not exist yet. Think about what you want to create. Is it a little monster to sit on your desk? Maybe it is a keychain with your name on it. Perhaps it is a special hook to hang your headphones. Now that you have your blueprint, it is time to turn that flat drawing into a three-dimensional object. To do this, we need to move from paper to a computer screen. We need a special kind of software called a three-dimensional modeling program. Think of this software as your digital clay. Think of it as your digital workshop. It is a space where you can build, shape, and sculpt your idea using a mouse and keyboard instead of your hands. There are many different programs out there, and some of them can look very complicated. But do not let that scare you. We are going to start with the simple ones. For someone just starting out, I always recommend a program called Tinkercad. It is free, and it runs right in your web browser, so you do not have to install anything. Tinkercad is wonderful because it is like playing with digital building blocks. You drag and drop basic shapes, cubes, cylinders, spheres. All right, you have picked your tool, and you are staring at a blank digital canvas. It is time to build. Let us take that sketch of yours and translate it into a three-dimensional model. We will use the Tinkercad approach as our example because it is so clear. Look at your drawing. What is the main shape? Is it a boxy body? Start by dragging a cube onto your work plane. You can stretch it, squash it, and resize it to match the proportions you drew. This is your foundation. Now let us add some more parts. Does your character have a round head? Grab a sphere from the shape menu and place it on top of the body. You can move it around, make it bigger or make it smaller until it looks just right. Maybe it has long, skinny legs. You can use cylinders for that. Drag two cylinders out, resize them, and place them under the body. One of the coolest tricks in three-dimensional modeling is the idea of adding and subtracting. Rotate your view and look at your model from all sides. You have a beautiful three-dimensional model on your screen. It exists, it is digital, but it is there. So how do we get it out of the computer and into our hands? We cannot just send the model directly to the three-dimensional printer. The printer needs a specific set of instructions like a recipe that tells it exactly how to build your object, layer by tiny layer. The process of creating this recipe is called slicing, and we use a special piece of software called a slicer. One of the most popular and user-friendly slicers is called Cura. Think of your three-dimensional model as a whole loaf of bread. A three-dimensional printer cannot create the whole loaf at once. It has to build it one incredibly thin slice at a time from the bottom up. The slicer takes your digital loaf and slices it into hundreds or even thousands of digital layers. It then creates a path for the printer nozzle to follow for each individual slice. This file, full of coordinates and commands, is what the three-dimensional printer actually reads. When you open your model in Cura, you will see a few basic settings. This is the moment of truth. You have your sliced file, which is usually saved as something called a G-code file. This file is the key. You will save it onto an SD card or a USB stick. You walk over to the machine, insert the card. Use the printer's small screen to select your file. Once you hit print, the machine will whir to life. The print bed will heat up. The nozzle, the hot end, heats to melt the plastic filament. Then the magic begins. The nozzle travels over the print bed, laying a very thin, precise line of melted plastic. This is the first layer. It is the most critical part of the entire print. I always watch the first layer go down. It is mesmerizing. You are seeing the foundation of your object being created right before your eyes. It is the first physical evidence of an idea that started as a simple sketch. It is no longer just lines on paper or pixels on a screen. It is becoming real, layer after layer. The printhead moves back and forth, depositing plastic exactly where the slicer told it to. Walk away and come back later. You will see the object slowly growing from the bed. The printer finishes its final layer. The nozzle retracts. The machine goes quiet. There, on the print bed, is your object. Not a drawing, not a file. A real, solid thing. You can see it. You can touch it. You can hold it. But first, let it cool down. The plastic and the bed are still very hot. Most printers include a small scraper or a spatula. Slide it under a corner. Carefully pry the print off the bed. When it frees, joy. You pick it up. You turn it over in your hands. This is it. The thing you imagined. Feel its weight. Feel its texture. If you use supports, remove them now. This is one of the best parts. Look at what you have made. So, what are you waiting for? You now have the complete map, from the first spark of an idea to a finished object in your hand. You have seen that the tools you need are more accessible than ever before. You do not need an expensive art degree to sketch an idea. You do not need a Hollywood budget to use three-dimensional modeling software, because amazing tools like Tinkercad or Blender. You do not even need to own a three-dimensional printer. Many local libraries, schools, community centers now have makerspaces you can use their three-dimensional printers for a very small fee, or sometimes even for free. The only thing required to start this journey is curiosity. The desire to ask, what if? What if I made a custom phone stand? What if I designed my own board game piece? What if I created a gift for a friend that is completely unique in the entire world? Every complex project you have ever admired started with someone taking that first, simple step. Your first creation does not have to be a masterpiece. I encourage you right now to grab a piece of paper. Draw a simple shape, a star, a house, your initial. Do not overthink it. Just start. The power to create belongs to anyone with an idea and the willingness to try. The adventure is just beginning. Click the like button or subscribe to the channel for more videos.